There is a population of people. They fascinate, irritate, and are like ghosts, shape-shifting and disappearing into their surroundings. They are the high intelligent, gifted population. Intellect is only one part of who they are, and we hope to uncover the complexities with which they live their life. Here we start a new conversation. Join us as we delve into the world of intelligence. Perhaps you will discover a child, a neighbor, friend, or yourself in this conversation. Hi, I'm Cindy Dickman, your host for Rethinking Intelligence. And I wanted to come back. This is more of a continuation from the last episode where we were talking about the intensity of emotions that we in this population feel incredibly deeply. And I feel like there are so many different methods out there for calming the nervous system or working with emotions to feel them less or feel them more appropriately, so to speak. But honestly, in my experience, those methods just really never worked for me. I tried naming them, and I'm very in tune with myself. I'm very intuitive to know what I am feeling at really any given time. And for the most part, I know why I'm feeling it. But it still did not help me with the deepness that I felt the emotions that could spiral me. And so I have worked with so many different methods and thoughts around this. And I alluded to it on the last podcast of turning inward, the concept of turning inward and objectively just noticing these sensations without giving these sensations a name of angry, sad, mad. And I felt for myself that when I would give them a particular name, then that tells my brain how I should be feeling. And so, or it gives it an emotion, and then I feel something with it. When really all I wanted to do was let it pass and not feel it, because it didn't really serve me in that moment. And so what this looks like for me is, let's say I now am very attuned that, let's say you may feel it in your stomach tightening, your chest tightening, a headache, tenseness in your neck or upper back or lower back. Wherever you feel it for you, it's really becoming incredibly attuned to what feelings do to you. They are very physical. And oftentimes we separate it out, and because we don't want to feel something, we keep shoving it down in all the nooks and crannies of our life. And we think we have dealt with it because it's no longer on the surface. But the problem is like, as I mentioned last time, they're there ready to come up at a moment's notice. So it's taking the time to become very aware of how feelings feel in your body. And honestly, for me, it worked to not name them. But it's that awareness of when I start to feel tightness in my stomach, that means that my brain is automatically responding to something that I necessarily don't even want to respond to. I don't need to, because nothing in my environment has changed. So why would I want to give it any energy, and why would I want to give it a name? So then if I say, oh, I'm feeling anxious, then my brain goes, okay, let's go into full anxious mode and feel it all out. So what I found worked for me, and that I find works with clients who feel incredibly deeply, is to notice, okay, my chest is tight, my stomach is tight. And I just, in that moment, allow myself to objectively feel the tightness. the tightness, or the ache. And when I say objectively feel it, it's that feeling of not giving it any meaning and not allowing my thoughts to go to try to explain it, once again, to name it, to really do anything. It is the idea of I let my brain go blank and just allow my body to feel the tightness until it's released. And what we are doing is we're not wasting time getting wrapped up in an emotion or a feeling that will inevitably come and go, and most of the time doesn't even really require any attention, the attention that we have gotten so good at giving each one of the thoughts. And then we can allow it to just pass through us. Emotions come, emotions go. That's the nature of being human. And when we allow it to pass through us, you feel such a physical release. Things relax. You feel it come and you feel it go. And the beautiful thing is, you are not pushing it down. You're not shoving it down. You're not pushing it under the surface to allow it to bubble up at a moment's notice later. You're handling it honestly in a very respectful manner. You're honoring yourself as a human, that you feel a range of feelings, you feel a range of emotions, but you get to choose which ones you actually want to invest in. And so how this looks for me is it's kind of become more of a daily practice. Throughout the day, I may just take note and just let my body feel it and pass it through. Or in the morning before I get up, 5 minutes, I just allow my body to feel whatever is left over, whatever I didn't feel, what maybe I shoved down unconsciously the day before. I just allow my body to feel it. My stomach feels tight. It comes in waves. It goes, it leaves. And 5 minutes of doing that, and it feels like I've been at the spa for an hour. Your body's relaxed. Your body is calm. It's back to a balanced state. And it's incredibly healthy for your nervous system to be able to feel that calm, to pull it back to, okay, I'm calm. This is what it feels like. So I wanted to just go in a little bit more in depth for those who maybe have tried different things and it just didn't work with the intensity with which you feel emotions. But this also gives you a different perspective of how you can approach the feelings that come up in your life and maybe take some of the sting or the stigma away from quote unquote feeling those negative bad emotions that we feel so guilty about and shameful about feeling. Is that emotions, there are no good, there are no bad. We as a human are meant to feel every single one of them. It's just, do we choose to deal with it in a manner that is good for us and good for those around us? Or do we feel that we need to act, respond, and give attention to each one that comes our way? That is where we kind of get into trouble, when we feel the only path forward is to act on it or shove it down. But how freeing and how liberating it is to just acknowledge I'm human. I feel the whole range, and I'm supposed to feel the whole range because this is part of my human experience. And I now have the confidence that I can feel each one of them and come out perfectly fine on the other side because I don't have to act on it. I don't have to give any thought to it. I don't have to understand it. I just let it be and pass through. So if this has spoken to you and you want to try it, I am so happy for you. And for those who are like a little skeptical, like, well, that sounds too simple, that's fine. Maybe you'll circle back. You'll hear this from someone else sometime down the road. It will resonate with you and you will be ready to try it. you don't already have an effective method for reframing emotions and feelings in your life. So, as always, all my best, and until next time.